Hello and Happy New Year from all of us here at Nurtured by Nature. It's almost the end of January, first month's almost gone, and you probably thought we'd gone into hibernation. We've certainly had 4 seasons in 1 month, from the beautiful sunset on the 1st of January to the supermoon on the 3rd, and then by the middle of the month, snow and ice, and in between we've had glorious sunshine, howling gales, torrential rain and kind of grey days. Right at the beginning of the year we got some surprise harvests. The mushrooms just kept coming and they're still going behind me. We got some beetroot and mango wurzel which we pickled, and then we got an amazing crop of carrots just when we thought all the carrots for this year had failed. The other thing we got, which was a real surprise, in Miss Polly, was this tiny baby purple cauliflower. Remember, we put all the stuff in October just to see what would happen. I didn't know if we'd get anything or not, but there you go. A tiny baby purple cauliflower. But we certainly haven't been hibernating, even though we haven't been outside much. Let me show you what we've been up to. So first up, the grow tip. I bought this last year because with our growing season being so short, our chillies and sweet peppers didn't even get to fruiting before it got too cold for them. So let's have a look inside and see what we've been up to. Now on this side, look at those peppers. What an amazing head start for this year. And these are little bowl of fire. So these were just from one chilli. I think we've got about 12 of them growing. Over here, we have our marigold starting to pop through and a loofah. We have a couple of tomatoes. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, look at our tomatoes. And in the back here, we have ginger and turmeric. We've got quite a few sets of seedlings in at various parts in here. So yeah, the idea was to get us started earlier this year in the hope that we'll be a bit further on when the stuff can go outside. Now at the back there, that is an avocado plant that we started from a seed from the supermarket, and it's done really, really well. I'm very pleased with it. There's something else I want to show you. So in this one here, just let me get this over and I'll take the... So in this one here, I don't know if you can see, there's a little seed just starting to break there. And I'm going to show you what this becomes and then the process by which it gets there, because this is fascinating. I've never seen a plant grow like this. Right, let me show you what they are. They are little baby Christmas trees, edible ones. These are our onions and leeks that were started in the tent, and we'll just bring them out during the day and they go back in at night at the minute, just to harden them off. So these little Christmas trees, it's an amazing process, because what happens is the root comes out first and you can see it goes down, and then the top starts to stand up, but the seed hangs onto it, protecting it until it's ready to open. And if you look at it, it looks like, I don't know, it looks like something from Jurassic Park. Like, you know, it looks like the seed's attacking the plant, but it's not. It's actually protecting it. So that was a fascinating thing to watch. Our amazing bargain hunter, Pauline, found these online. And I don't know if you can see, it's basically a seed tray, and there's a raised platform inside. Okay, so you put your water in the bottom, put your platform on top, and then this is capillary matting, and you pop that over the top, make sure the end is in the water, and that's it. Your watering done for you. And a great help for those of us who have a tendency to overwater. So, oh, and if you need a dome, comes with a dome as well. So I thought, brilliant idea, but that got me thinking. We had bought these big trays, they're a metre long and quite deep, so that when we've got stuff ready to go out into the statutory, we can just put the trays out there and makes things easier. And I thought, hang on, could we replicate what we've got with the little self-watering trays with the big one? So the first thing we would need is a raised platform. How to do that? Well, we had lots of offcuts of this as polycarb from the outbuildings. So we had plenty of this, and I acquired some of these. Pizza tripods. So let me show you what I did. With the aid of my trusty silicone gun, I cut a big piece of polycarb to fit inside the big tray and glued all the pizza tripods to the bottom. Oh, one's come off. And then pop it inside the tray, and there you have a massive self-watering tray. But how to get the water onto this raised shelf? Well, I also found this on Amazon or eBay, can't remember. And basically, it's capillary matting. It's the same stuff that comes with the little trays, but on a huge roll. So basically, roll it out, cut to fit, and there you have it. Big self-watering tray. Now, we can get about 90 to 100 small pots on here. So that will be huge help when we start putting the plants outside. But was it cost effective? Well, the little trays we got on special, they were £6 each. And the way this worked out, for the number of pizza tripods in the bottom here, they cost about 60p for the whole thing. Obviously, the polycarb and the silicone were free because we already had them. The big tray was just under £5. Now you can see the size, it's a big tray. Just under £5, and the matting works out, when you cut it to size, it works out about just over £2 for a big tray like this. So this tray, complete, ended up costing us about £8. And you can get 4.5 of the little ones in here. Remember, we got them for £6. They're usually about £12 to £15. So even with the little ones, 4 of them would be £24. And we got this for £8. So I think it was cost effective. And I think it'd be a real help when we've got so many more seedlings to be taken care of. Now, I discovered something quite important by accident, because some of the pots didn't seem to be wicking up the water from the mats. That's when I discovered this. Some pots, the holes are right on the bottom level, right? So when they sit on the mat, the holes are sitting on the mat, on the moisture, so that they can wick it up. But for a pot like this one, look, can you see it's got little feet? So there's a gap between the holes in the bottom and the bit that it stands on. So nothing on the bottom of this is actually touching the mat because it's raised up on these little feet. So how to solve that problem? I got a kitchen sponge, just the flat ones for wiping worktops, and I cut a circle to fit inside the feet. So now that sponge is on the mat, and that will wick the water up through to where it's touching the holes at the bottom. So it's just something to be aware of that not all pots are made equal and you just need to keep an eye on it. I would rather have had something more natural, obviously, than a kitchen sponge. But for now, we have to make do with what we've got, and we can look at alternatives for later on. A disclaimer, and again something that through trial and error we discovered. Let me show you. If you are starting seedlings in tiny pots, tiny modules like these, and they've got a big hole in the bottom, like these, I don't know if you can see them, but that, you know, like the size of the tip of my finger. These on the mat soaked up way too much moisture, got very, very wet, and we've got lots of green algae on the top of them, so I've had to take them out, take them off the mats and dry them out. I don't know if we've lost the seeds, if it was too late by the time I noticed it, but just, I don't know if it'll work for these. It definitely works for the bigger pots. You can see how well everything in the tent's doing, but for the seedlings in tiny pots, well, jury's out on that one. We'll see how it goes. As you know, our motto here at Nurtured by Nature is, it's all just an experiment, because it is. So we'll keep you posted on that and let you know how we got on with the seedlings in the next update. And talking of the next update, we have some really exciting news to share with you. We're just waiting for some final documents, and then next one's going to be really exciting. Our plan is to bring you much more regular updates for 2026. So if you like this stuff, give us a like and a subscribe and follow us so that you don't miss any of these updates, these upcoming updates. We're not even a year old yet, and we've got so many exciting things coming up this year. I can't wait to share them with you. So, great to see you all, and see you next time. Happy gardening!